What's up, YouTube? This is Josh coming back at you with another video here on my feelings for total Maiden chaos, is what I like to call it. It's been a little while since I did an update, and so this is going to be my update. Just threw a few bosses out here so you can see. It's kind of like a thing, but yeah, let's go ahead and run through a deck profile right now, what I've been running and what I've been having success with, and then we'll move on a little bit from there, okay? So let's see here. Obviously, let's start off with monsters. We're going to run 3 Maidens. Not cloggy, always guarded. Obviously, your opponent's ready for the blue eyes to come out, but that's fine. You're not really using it for the blue eyes. I mean, you're able. The blue eyes is always able to get out. That's always. This card pretty much ensures that you can get blue eyes out somehow if time is right or whatever. Really, what I like to use this for is like a push for win combination. Because once I bust out an Azure Eyes, I'm able to obviously go ahead and attack full force with all the boss dragons on the field. So. Nevertheless, this is good. If you got a bad draw, it's always a good stall card. It's always good kind of trump for a turn or so. But yeah, so I run 3 of those. I main deck 2 blue eyes. People play 3. I think 3 is cloggy. 3 to me is cloggy. I have it in the X side deck, which I'll show you in a little bit. 2 is great. They never go dead. They're always somehow alive. I have 3 light pulsar dragons. You have to cycle the red eyes, and then go for a great rank 8 XZs or level 8 XZs. 2 dark flare. I'm still kind of figuring out whether or not I want to go 3. In my other deck, I run 3 because I run a full chaos drag. So, but yeah, 2 right now. Doesn't get bad, doesn't get cloggy. Once red MD's on the field, I usually can recycle them. Let's go ahead and all the chaos setups. And then BLS. So yeah, you have BLS, obvious reasons. He's still OP as hell. There's still a great card to play. Red Eyes Darkness Metal, Chaos Sorcerer, Dark Arm Dragon, Big Daddy, and then Eclipse Wyvern. The only one. Any more than that's useless. Hand traps. I run a Trag and 2 Effect Veilers. Side deck, I have a few other ones that are potential. I like using these. Usually trumps a lot of stuff. It helps out. I mean, just Effect Veiler. And then Trag's always good too. Red Eyes gets shut down or something, or need that last minute effects. Boom, you break in Gustav or do something else. And then I have kind of a tour guide engine in here as well. 2 tour guides, a tour bus, and I like Spirit Reaper. It's just good overall. It's another dark monster. These are all pretty much going to clear themselves out. You can recycle Plague Spreader later on, or you can use it to break out Zen mains for some defense if needed. All 4 of these searchable upon each other. Speaking of Plague Spreader, run 2 Plague Spreaders. Okay, now I want to keep my options open throughout the entire game, so I wanted to keep the possibility for 7s and 8s synchros to come through. Just about anything I can break out because of these 2 cards, along with the ability to use like Effect Veiler and stuff like that to break out of their synchros. Nevertheless, his effect's great. He's a dark monster. In case he gets trumped, he's great to have too. Let me go into kind of my engine. The deck was built around controlled milling, so on top of that, I don't really run an MST, so having 3 Rykos was kind of a demand, not so much like a want, it's a demand of the deck, and obviously playing Chaos, you got to have 3 Rykos. So 3 Rykos, and then 2 Card Trippers, once again, controlled milling. Plus he's not really bad either. With a 3 plus 2 is 5, you get into like Armades or Cataster. Let's check out Magics. Main deck, I run 2 Dragon Shrines. Obvious reasons, you kill a Blue Eyes off in the graveyard, and then you can go ahead and mill out, say, Eclipse Wyvern or a Dark Dragon or whatever you need to just push a little bit forward. I run 2 Silver's Cry. Blue Eyes is never dead, especially. It works great with Dragon Shrine. Say you have Maiden in hand, you have Dragon Shrine, and you have a Silver's Cry. You just go ahead and boom, 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 and there's your Azure Eyes. Guard it out for everything. That's a great push move right there. I run 2 Forbidden Lances as well. I like using them, not so much for the effect of guarding my guys, because more or less I'm okay with my monsters being sent to the graveyard, but for defensive purposes alone, and for being able to use it to target Maiden again, to use her effect, boom, break off of Blue Eyes, and push with that. 1 Dark Hole, the Monster Reincarnation. That's a great card. You know, milled off something ridiculous that I absolutely needed. I run a Hand Destruction. I haven't really figured out anything else. It would probably be like a, I don't know yet. It's just because I want some more speed. Controlled milling too. I mean, I can choose what comes out of my hand, and then because Blue Eyes is never dead, really, I run Burst Stream. It's a fantastic way to push, especially because usually when you've got Blue Eyes on the field, you've already got an Azure Eyes and you've always already got your Chaos Drags that you're just ready to go. So wiping their field off and then using Wing Beat to wipe their back row and then just push game is fantastic, and it always works out perfectly well. Let's go to the extra deck. Let's start with our Synchros. I run our Maiden and Catastrophe for my level 5s. I run our Maiden is pretty badass, and Catastrophe is good too. I haven't determined whether or not I like one better than the other. I think it might just be because I've seen uses for both of them. I've seen ridiculous cards that guard stuff, and Catastrophe is the best way to get over it. And then I've seen ridiculous defense in our Maiden, and especially like exhibiting matchups where it's just like stalled out or something. I don't know. Either way, both of these have their own times and purposes, and I figure I just run both of them for now. For level 7s, I run Sacred Wyvern and Black Rose. Freaking great. And then for 8s, I run a Red Dragon Archfiend, Crimson Blader, and a Stardust Dragon. Obviously, he's great protection. He's BA against anything that likes to go, heavy on me really fast. And then he's there, Red Dragon, just because, I don't know, I always have trouble with finding myself up against like 5 or 6 defensive position monsters, and it's just, not 6, but tons of defense, and he's able to just trump it all, so I like it all. And then Azure Eyes, ×2. I have a third one. I just don't know whether or not I want to adjust anything yet for it, but I do like it. Let's go to XZs. My only 2 level 3s. Levier for Plague Spreader, Wind Up Zen Mains for guarding. I love this card, Volcasaurus. He's BA against cards that like to build up. I used him actually against a super defense robot. Guy built up his googly eyes like 4K. My turn finally came around. I broke him out. Just boom, reversed that on him like it was nothing. It was fantastic. Photon Strike Bouncer, Overlord, and that Super Dreadnought. Gotta love it. It's got to love it. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump into the side deck, what I was talking about earlier. Now, there's a lot of stuff that can shut me down as far as stopping the special summon goes. So, I mean, I side deck a bunch of extra stuff in here, like my 3 MSTs, a 3rd Dragon Shrine, a 3rd Silver's Cry. I put this in there because I thought Solar Recharge would come in handy at one point. Until I figure out whether or not I want to run a full Light Swarm backup, I will. Divine Dragon Apocalypse. Sometimes he's very handy, but I've got so many darks in here now that I really don't think he's necessarily needed. Also got 2 Electric Viruses for E-Drag matchups, and Evil Swarm matchups. He's good too. 1 Honest. Never know when you want to slap that in there. 3rd Blue Eyes, 3rd Azure Eyes. This might be my 16th card. I don't know. I don't think so, though. But, yeah, so that's the deck profile. Comment, rate, subscribe, do what you got to do. Let me know what you think. Peace.